wanted to read a verse, random verse, and just discuss it real quick.
Okay, let's do that. But
I thought that would be fun before my phone dies.
This is pure. No. If you're gonna get a talkie, can you get one without the red? Because the red is just the dyes.
I shouldn't have closed that one. That was a good one.
For your brain.
It opened there again.
It's just not good. It messes up with your lining of your stomach because it has the spice. Anyways, I'm done. But that's not good. This is better.
Break the habit.
You
know it's bad for you. At what point are you going to stop killing yourself?
I feel like throwing it in the trash, but I won't disrespect you today.
And every child that has burnt the lining out of their stomach has suffered for you to just ignore their warnings.
Outside of that is really the red dye. Let me just say that. It's the red dye that's not good for our brains.
It gives you cancer.
I don't know what it gives you, but all that red.
Can you please turn that alarm off? Thank you, dear.
Okay, give us the word because I got to get to my.
Because I opened it twice, and both times it opened on Daniel in the Den of the Lions.
Oh, wow.
I know. Because I opened it, I was like, ooh, but then I closed it for some reason.
And it went right there.
I was like, I'm going to open it again and see. And I was like, and it opened up again. So.
Wow. Okay, tell me.
We can read until we feel stop. We don't have to read the whole, there's no destination. We just read until we feel it's time to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Listen, come over here with me.
This is Daniel chapter 6. It pleased Darius to appoint 120 satraps, my eyes really aren't working right now, to rule throughout the kingdom, with 3 administrators over them, one of whom was Daniel. The satraps, I think that's the word, a satrap, were made accountable to them so that the king might not suffer loss. Now Daniel so distinguished himself among the administrators and the satraps by his exceptional qualities that the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. Dang. At this, the administrators and the satraps tried to find grounds for charge against Daniel in his conduct of government affairs, but they were unable to do so. They could find no corruption in him, because he was trustworthy and neither corrupt nor negligent. Finally, these men said, "We will never find any basis for charges against this man, Daniel, unless it has something to do with the law of his God."
Wow.
So these administrators and satraps went as a ground to the king and said, "May King Darius live forever. The royal administrators, prefects, satraps, advisors, and governors have all agreed that the king should issue an edict and enforce the decree that anyone who prays to any god or human being during the next 30 days, except to you, your majesty, shall be thrown onto the lion's den. Now your majesty issue the decree and put it into writing so that it cannot be altered. In accordance with the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repealed, so King Darius put the decree into writing. Now, when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened towards Jerusalem. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to God, just as he had done before. Then these men went as a group and found Daniel praying and asking God for help. So they went to the king and spoke to him about his royal decree. "Did you not publish a decree that during the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or a human being except to you, your majesty, would be thrown into the lion's den?" The king answered, "The decree stands in accordance with the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repealed." Then they said to the king, "Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you, your majesty, or to the decree you put in writing. He still prays 3 times a day. When the king heard this, he was greatly distressed. He was determined to rescue Daniel and made every effort until sundown to save him. Then the men went as a group to King Darius and said to him, "Remember, your majesty, that according to the law of the Medes and Persians, no decree or edict that the king issued can be changed." So the king gave the order, and they brought Daniel and threw him into the lion's den. The king said to Daniel, "May your God whom you serve continually rescue you." Was he like, yeah, let your God pull up, or was he was like, may your God rescue you, bro, because there ain't nothing else I could do about it?
Until he shut the mouths of those lions. Oh, okay. Anyways, go on.
You jumping ahead.
Sorry.
But remember, the king tried to do what he could do to rescue Daniel. Mm-hmm. The king did not. The king didn't know that he was being walked into a trap. When the people came, his trusted people came up to him and was like, "Yo, don't you think if people prayed to anybody but you, it should be a rule against that?" Because they knew Daniel honored his God relationship. That no matter what happened, Daniel was going to pull up in accordance to his relationship with God.
Yes.
So they used his relationship with God against him to try to take him down, take him down. But the king was unaware that the king was a tool in their plot against Daniel. So when Daniel got off, the king tried to save him. He said he spent all day trying to save him, but he couldn't. And so at the end of the day, they were like, "Yo, what you say is bond, right?" He's like, "Yeah." So when he went, "Can you please stop being right above my video, crinkling stuff? At any time, you can choose different." Whole nother room works too. But, so when he says, "May your God, whom you serve continuously, rescue you," do you think he threw him in there and he was like, "May your God, who you chose chose to pray over me when I gave a decree, may he get you up out of this one"? Did he say with that energy? Or did he was like, "Yo, man, I tried everything. I hope that God you believe in got you because I can't do nothing else"? Which energy did he move under?
The second one.
So you got to watch the people who are around you. Just because someone looks like they're for you, you don't know what energy they're moving under.
That's true.
You got to watch the whole history. So when it says you're bringing up the past, I have to because I have to watch your whole history. You understand why God brought us here now?
Yeah.
So I have to watch your whole history in order to see how you're moving in my life. So when you say that you love me, what does that really mean? When you say that you got me, what does that really mean? When you say that you are all these things that you say are love manifestation, what does that really mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you move. You can't move under the energy that this is my child. You have to move under the energy of, I created this.
Yeah.
What was the energy in which I created it under? Because you created that child in a space where you hated yourself. I created that child.
Yeah.
I birthed a child in a womb of a woman who hated herself. And what did that transfer? From generations of women who hated themselves. I used to look at the men in my family. I was like, yo, everybody who has sons, they're kind of weird. I was like, if I have sons, they're probably going to be weird too. Because I just thought that was a thing. Well, we're all touched. We're brilliant.
Yeah.
And we drive ourselves crazy.
Wow.
I'm able to move within this energy. That was my mom's situation. She drove herself crazy. She could not exist in this realm. I'm figuring out how to exist. Yes. And be boop, 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 typing in information. I'm like, okay, Duff, Shack. Whoop, whoop.
Right?
Yeah, but.
Yes. You're funny.
Know the energy that people are moving in your life under.
Yes, those are the wolves.
And your own child can be a wolf. But
Ooh,
you created
so
that.
Scary, man.
You created the wolf.
Who I don't want it to be.
I was your best friend for years and I wasn't nice to you.
I know.
You accepted the abuse.
I did.
Because that was love. Somehow, something somewhere taught you that was love.
Yeah, and I don't know where.
Yeah, everyone was mean to me, so I know I was mean, and that was my manifestation of love. As long as I take care of you, I could treat you any kind of way.
And you did.
I know, I'm sorry.
I was like, that's okay, I love you.
I know.
We gotta evolve past it, and that's part of the growth in the story that we have, and the traumas that we personally had. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And I guess I just didn't realize how bad I wanted acceptance from anything. Mm-hmm. And why?
So now you think of how you parented.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I birthed, better accept me.
Yeah.
What do I got to do to get it to accept me? And everybody sees that Jessica
sadly,
wants acceptance.
Sadly, I still feel like trying to show up like that.
You had amazing boundaries today. I appreciate that. That's growth for her. You have to understand growth for her is not going to feel good to you. As long as you do what feels good to you, you are not helping her. That's not the way it works. Growth is not. You're either above soil or under soil.
That's true.
If you're above soil, somehow, if you want to regenerate, you must go below soil.
Tell me more. I don't understand.
You seed out.
Yeah.
Go back into the ground. Start all over. Regrowth.
Oh.
Breakthrough. Above soil. Seed out. Die.
Yeah.
Go back into the earth.
Yeah. That's
back in
actually
soil.
An evolution of life.
That's it.
Yeah.
So in order to pull yourself out of the ground, it's not going to feel good. And once it starts feeling good.
That's that shadow work that you were kind of sharing with me a while. Oh my gosh. That's when I realized the inner child part of me, that I really enjoyed that, because all that other stuff after, and I say child meaning like the younger Jess, right? What I remember is 7 to 12. That time space was just very joyful. Anything after that,
Why?
and that's where the work had to go from. Because I was like, why am I? Because I'm very defensive a lot of times. And I'm like, why am I so defensive of certain things? Or why do I accept certain behaviors of people over and over and over again? And I know it. It's not that I don't. And I still accept it, because I just always try to see the good in everybody. But doing that inner shadow work, that's hard. I still do shadow work, actually.
You got to. But it's like this.
Yeah.
Some stuff you got to sit in it. Like when I went to that Christian space the other day, I sat in that. Doesn't even matter. But remember I told you the denouncing videos that I was like, and I'm not even a part of this. Why am I watching this?
Yeah.
That was a Christian space that I went into, and it made me question my practices as I grow closer to God.
This was actually make me, and I don't feel bad about this, because the Christians that I know, I really doubt, and I could be wrong, I really doubt that they have a real relationship with the Lord. I really doubt it. Because if you did,
you wouldn't even move the way you fucking move.
I promise you wouldn't.
They think because I don't cuss, or because I do cuss, the fact that you think the fact that you don't cuss means that you have a closer relationship with God. You already don't have a relationship, because why is God pitting us against each other?
No,
simply because of the words that come out of my mouth.
Oh, sorry. Anything that flies around me, I just love.
Whatever.
Flies,
I see
all
him.
of that. It's right here.
No, I see him, but I
like,
see spies. I'm like, get away, get away.
Really?
Get away, get away, get away. Yeah.